Everyone, and welcome back. New season, new Newcastle United, and this season is a different one because we aren't in Europe, which means that domestically Newcastle have all the time and attention on the Premier League and also our cup competitions. We've got to try and win some of this season or get Champions League football. It's a priority. We've got to go full guns blazing into it, and I'm sure Newcastle would do well. We're going to go into St James's Stack today though. Just editing the video now in Eldon Square. We are going to St James's Stack in the second vlog because of how much content I have. So stay tuned on the channel tomorrow. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Full day experience in the Stack with special guest appearances from Darren Hughes and Jamie Rubin. It's rammed. You will enjoy it. If you are new around here, make sure I get down there and subscribe. Up the tune, yep, up the tune. We've got Premier League football back, and I'm buzzing to be saying that. Subscribe if you're brand new, guys, and let's get straight into things. We do have an announcement to make. Starting from this match, we are sponsored by Football Prizes. So in this particular case, I had an opportunity to work with Football Prizes to help you guys win some Newcastle United merchandise, and for me, it was a great opportunity to do so. And it's also a channel that I've worked with before on a personal level, so I know these lads quite well and they're honestly sound. But in this case, if you would like a winner signed sandwich and all new prints, there'll be a link down my pinned comment and also the description as well. There's also our prizes as well you can potentially win. So make sure to have a look for yourselves, get involved if you want, and it's a pleasure to be saying that I will be working with Football Prizes for at least the next couple of Premier League games.
Hi, yeah, we're Mike and Jack from Matchday Vlogs YouTube and TikTok channel, and Southampton fan channel.
Well, I like to start off with the obvious point. Welcome back to the Premier League. It's good to see you again. I know it's a bit of a tough first fixture for you, but just how does it feel to be back at not just a stadium like St James's Park, but just to be back in Premier League football, taking on some of the best teams in this country?
It's a good feeling, and certainly whoever you support, you want to see your team compete against the highest level, basically. So it's great to be out there. It feels a little bit overwhelming. It feels like we've only been out of the Premier League for one season, but we've come back into it, and everyone appears to be spending like 40-50 million on players, and we feel a little bit left behind on that regard.
Yeah, the Premier League that we left doesn't seem like the Premier League we're coming back to, and even just like the teams that managed to stay floating around in it. And I know last season it was a little bit. Some of those teams should have gone. You know, there was some real tricky stuff in there. But we're going into this year, like all those tricky teams are difficult for us. So it's different. It's going to be hard. It's going to be today's going to be a tough test.
Yeah.
But it's just as long as the boys put in those sort of performances, like, all right, maybe we didn't win today, but they did the game plan. That's all we're looking for.
And that's a valid point, to be fair. I think especially statistically, when you look at the last couple of seasons, I think especially newly promoted teams, it is so hard now to stay in the Premier League with the way things have been in terms of revenue and just in terms of how teams have been doing. So straight away, I know you guys have been confident, but realistically this season, what do you expect from Southampton? Is it just about survival, or is it just about potentially trying to build on something? What you want to do this season?
I think it's survive. 17th was really the goal, and there's nothing to say that we can't push on a bit further than that, but ultimately that is going to be the goal of the squad, is to maintain in the Premier League. I mean, last time we had an 11-year spell in the Premier League, so the fact that we're only out there for one, but it does feel like we're up against it in regards to, like, when we did go down, we spent a lot of bad money on bad players, so in regards to FFP and PSR, we're a little bit on the boundary sort of thing. But I think there's still enough room for us to make some differences.
It's not a very Southampton thing to achieve the goal that you're aiming for. Usually, you go down, like, you're going to be down for a while, and then you can rebuild and come back. But no, we've jumped back. It's really strong. The squad looks so together. We're getting additions. People were a little bit scared that the transfer window wasn't going too well, and literally on the way down yesterday, bang, 2 more. So things are starting to shape together for the team in general.
And one question I always love asking the opposition fans. You see now, you're just outside St James's Park. You are all the way up in Newcastle. I know it's a long trip for you guys. Trust me, we know exactly what a long trip is. I always like to ask, what are your thoughts on Newcastle as a football club? Just your honest thoughts on us.
I think it's quite impressive. I mean, the thing that impressed me the most is the fact that what you did with the existing squad that you had. When the big money take over, we were thinking like, oh, we're going to be buying like Mbappe and all those kind of things that come in. But actually what you've done is kind of grown the squad quite organically and just added talent to what you already had there. I mean, some of those existing players that Eddie Howe worked miracles with is, still here today and, still in the side. So it's really impressive.
I say, and even off the pitch, the annoying thing is pretty much every Newcastle fan I know, it's really nice. And everyone's been really
Everyone's
super friendly. Like, Yeah, so this is my first time in Newcastle. I've just kind of been blown away by just how affable everyone just wants to, everyone's happy that we're back. Everyone's up for a game. No one's been like, tough luck for tomorrow. It's been good vibes the entire time. So, yeah, like to say first time in Newcastle for me, and I'll be honest, I was kind of blown away to the thought, oh my God, bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah,
it's not the same as Millwall.
No.
It's a bit of a different vibe than Oxford. They've got 4 sides to the stadium. It's great.
Imagine obviously your pre-season matches down in Millwall and Oxford. I think it was always going to be a bit of an upgrade in those two. But honestly, lads, it's great to see you. And I'd like to finally ask you your score predictions for today. Are you optimistic going into this game? Do you think Southampton are going to probably pull off an upset? I would have assumed over the betting odds. Do you think you guys will be a tough one?
We've been all week sort of been head or heart, and because it's Southampton, it's got to be heart the entire way. And I think the smart bet would be, like, for me, I was actually putting on it. I wouldn't say a 1-0 Southampton, but just for the sake of a fun day for all of us, I want a 3-2 Southampton. I want a repeat of our Spurs trip.
Oh.
It's not saying it's going to happen, but I want 3-2 today.
Yeah. I think for me, it's kind of got 3-0 Newcastle written all over it. But I'm going to go with my heart and say maybe let's go 2-1, because you've got to back the team, haven't you? You've got to back the team.
My personal thoughts as I head inside St James's Park now. I honestly think Newcastle are going to win 3-0 over Southampton today. I feel like once we score the first goal, like Southampton will start to crumble off. But I don't think Newcastle will score that first goal until potentially the end of the first half. Because I think Southampton are going to be awkward. They're going to put every player behind the ball. I think they will be confident coming into this game, despite the fact that on paper Newcastle are just a much superior team. I watched Man U yesterday, they were crap. I watched Liverpool first half this morning, they were rubbish against Ipswich. So I feel like these big teams so far haven't exactly turned up how may. I don't think it's as easy as people make it out to be, but I still expect Newcastle to beat Southampton. No doubt about it, we should be getting a comfortable win. Let's head inside the ground and see whether that actually happens or not. Honestly, one of Southampton players should have had a yellow card halfway line, and then because of that, the balls went back to Schar. Now we're looking at a potential red card appeal against Schar. I mean, what a wind up, man. It's a joke, that, man. There should have been a foul in the middle, and it then came up with Schar, and I'm telling you now, the softest headbutt I've ever seen. The player's made a meal out of it. He's got a red card. Surely VAR's got to look it up. Does Schar go into his head? I mean, yeah, I think he does. The softest headbutt I've ever seen. That. Now he's a yellow card for the Southampton player, and Schar's off as it stands. We're hoping VAR checks it. Right, they're going to double check this. They've got to double check it. I think it's incredibly soft. Well, I mean, technically the laws of the game, I think Schar does go into it with his head. Well, whether that's enough for a red card is going to be up to the VAR panel. But we wouldn't be in that situation if the foul in the middle was actually given, which the referee didn't give. So Parsons the reason why it went back to Schar. I know you can't excuse Schar getting caught in the moment, but it's happened because of Parsons. But yeah, well, we could be screwed here, and I think we probably will be. Yeah, that's a red card. That's Parsons' fault. If the foul was given where it's supposed to be, it wouldn't have happened. I think it is a red. I think it is a red, but it wouldn't have happened if Parsons actually gave the correct foul. I don't know how we'll manage that, like, but I'll take it. They took the chance on escape to us. It was a poor pass over from Southampton and Newcastle just took advantage of it. It's a horrible mistake by the goalkeeper. I don't know what the keeper's doing there.
Somehow not conceded in this game, so as long as nothing drastic goes wrong, Newcastle should have it in the bag. Final chance of the game, final roll of the dice, it's dealt with. Southampton still have it. And that is a wrap. Welcome back to the Premier League, Southampton. We'll talk about it more after the game. I thought they beat themselves today. Doesn't matter how you get it, it's about those 3 points, so go take that. But there we have it, full time this afternoon at St James's Park. The return of Premier League football. Newcastle United 1, Southampton 0. We have won the game despite being down to 10 men for just over an hour. And before we talk about individual performances and who played good and who played bad, let me start by just saying well done, Newcastle. We have worked our absolute arses off for a good hour there to make sure we did in fact win the game, and regardless of what you may think about how the game went, the truth is the only thing that matters at the end of the season was the result and the points on the board. So you've got to give Newcastle a lot of credit for busting their backside off to make sure that we did in fact win the game. Cheers mate, thank you. However, my personal opinion was that I believe Southampton beat themselves today. Southampton were so poor in terms of quality. They had a lot of chances in the game, cheers mate. They had a lot of chances in terms of quality. They just wasted everything Southampton did. I think any half decent team would have put the ball at least once in the back in there. And I imagine Southampton fans, especially Bells and Diaz, would be walking away from that game with their heads down, and especially Diaz, because my word, he is just sucked Schar into getting that red card. And yes, okay, Schar shouldn't put his head in like that, but Diaz made a meal out of that. It's an embarrassing dive by him, and it has resulted in one of our players being sent off. Do I think Schar should do better? Yes, to be honest, I think he should. However, it's going to sound like a bit of an excuse blamer here, but Newcastle should have had a foul about 2 seconds before that instant. Pawson should have blew the whistle, and then the foul would have been given to Newcastle. Because that hasn't happened, it's then led to Schar headbutting Diaz, which has resulted in a red card, which means, hello mate, come on, which means that obviously Shar's going to miss Bournemouth away and then probably Forest in the cup as well. So not ideal, but thankfully we do have Lloyd Kelly who came on, and I have to say it, Kraft came on centre half, completely unannounced, came on. My God, he was good for the hour that he played. I was really impressed with the back line, and I thought it all worked absolute backsides off, and Newcastle, based on how the defensive duties were, deserved that. However, going forward, I know I had 10 men, so I can't blame him too much, but especially before the red card, we were just off it. I felt like we were off it. But a little disappointed with how we were playing before the Schar red card, but listen, it's first game, I'm not going to blame him for it. It is what it is. Newcastle's won, which is what I wanted to see. We're going to stay out now and we are going to head to the stack afterwards. I said Newcastle win. Hello mate. Newcastle win, and I said we'll be going to the stack, so buzzing with that one. Well done lads, grafted our arses off there, got 3 points on the board. Title charge, nah I wish. European charge is now on board.